Episode 96. Today's topic will be about social media etiquette as it applies to bands and or musicians. So it'll be good stuff, hopefully helpful stuff, and of course very opinionated by me. That's how that's working. Today is National Grouch Day. So all you people out there that are rough to be around, today's your day. Today is for you, grouchy people. Let's just get into it. Let's get into today's topic. Today's topic is social media etiquette and how that applies to bands and musicians. So if you are a band as a collective or work mostly as a solo artist, hopefully this information will be helpful for you. And, you know, I'm learning too. I'm always trying to learn the new thing because as musicians, like I said a moment ago, my favorite place to be is on stage. And not just on stage, but to be entertaining a crowd of people. And by a crowd, I mean a packed house, not 12 people. Although, you know, I always appreciate people regardless of how many people are there. So how do we get people to our shows? What's the best avenues to take to get people's attention? Because there's so many of us that are trying to get people's attention. So here in Boise, the Treasure Valley area, you know, we have a certain amount of bands. Good morning, Gary. We have a certain amount of bands, and we are all vying for people's attention, the same people probably. A few weeks ago, I put out there, I said, hey, what would you guys like me to talk about? Chip, yo, right back at you, buddy. Sean McKenna, who lives in Nova Scotia, he commented, and he kind of spearheaded this discussion about social media etiquette. His experience that he had, I'm trying to read my note here. Like, what would I think about where either a venue or a band is posting an event in a competing venue's page, especially on the day of a show that's happening at that venue. We'll dive into that here in a second. The other things that were suggested, Lynn Dobby, I believe, in North Dakota, said, what were my thoughts on tagging 90 plus people in a post or doing @followers? And then Valerie in LA wanted to know what my thoughts and opinions were on the length of a promo video, which is interesting because another person here locally had just asked me the same thing a couple days ago. All right, so let's dive into this. So there was this kind of a meme running around for a while. It basically said this. It said, Lord, give me the confidence of a local band posting big announcement coming soon. I always laugh when I see that. Big announcement coming soon. So, yeah, we want to promote ourselves. We want to promote our music and all of those kind of things. So what's the best way to do that? And first of all, to answer Sean's question or that situation that he told me about was, you know, if you're a venue or a band and you're playing a show, don't post that in a competing venues page. That's not acceptable. I know that all of us, and I've been guilty of this too in the past, is you want to get the word out to as many people as you can as fast as possible. And you feel like if you do that, you're really making a difference. Chances are you're just annoying everybody. So do you want to annoy people? Think about what you see other people do and how that makes you feel or affect you when you see posts like that. But we have the Revolution Concert House and we have the Knitting Factory. So if I was playing a show at the Knitting Factory and wanted people to come to the Knitting Factory, I would not post that on the Revolution Concerts House page. That would be bad, especially if they've got some other competing show happening that night, which both those venues are pretty busy, and they do occasionally have shows happening on the same night. So no, don't. Keep it relative to who's involved. Keep it relative to who's involved. Don't do that. Okay, just say no. Yeah, that's just bad form. Bad form. Let's see. Can you promote without invading someone else's space, like promoting your show in another band's announcement of a show happening the same night? Yeah, I think I just answered that. Don't do that. Or posting on a competing venues page. Yeah. Don't do that. That looks bad for you, especially when you go to have to perform at that competing venues. Oh, well, now they're doing this thing, you know. You want to put your best foot forward. You want to be hireable. You want to be a band that's sought after. And when venues are hiring your band, your social media pages are your business card, and they want to know what kind of people they're going to be doing business with. I know from experience, wanting to play shows, and as much history as Midline has and years we've been together and things we've done, we still have to sell the band because not everybody knows of us and is aware of our history or anything like that. You know, new people take over venues all the time, and they may move here from out of state and they have no clue who we are. So they want to know what our socials are and what they look like and what's happening, how we conduct ourselves. This kind of ties in a little bit to what I posted, I think it was late last week. It was a picture of a referee blowing a whistle, and I posted basically about me personally, that music is my life, it's my living, it's my love. It's everything that, outside of my family, that's the thing that I care about the most, is playing drums and playing music. And I love teaching. Teaching's a huge part of my business. And when I'm teaching, as many years as I've been in teaching and as successful as my teaching business is, this happens more with kids and parents, but I do have adult women that take drum lessons from me, and they will get on my Facebook page or my Instagram or my YouTube, and they will start researching who I am. And if you Google Fred Fisher drummer, you will find a ton of stuff, tons of stuff. Or if you Google search Fred Fisher drummer midline or things like that, you will find thousands upon thousands of pictures of me and things about my band and my teaching and all of that kind of stuff. You will not find any photos of me flipping off the camera. First of all, it's not in my personality to do that, and it doesn't represent me. My brand is Fred Rock School of Drumming. Everything is tied to this Fred Rock thing and to FM Studios, and I'm also the drummer for Midline. I'm also the drummer for Cliff Miller Band. I'm also a drummer for Hire, all of these things. And so why would I don't want to put anything out there that causes people to look at me and go, nah, that's a turnoff. Which is a turnoff for some people. If you, hey, I want to take drum lessons. I want my 8-year-old daughter to take drum lessons from this guy who's obviously drinking a lot and flipping off the camera and doing questionable things, which are easy to find online. You're not going to find that with me. So be careful about what you post and what you're doing, because does that protect your brand? If that's your brand, keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing. It's not for me, okay? The other part of that post that I made is that you're not going to find anything to do with politics. And it's an election season, right? We are really, really close to November 5th and having an election. I absolutely have my thoughts and concerns and opinions about all of that. Absolutely 100%. But if I say one way or the other how I feel about that on social media, or want to engage somebody who's completely opposite of me, there's zero point in that. Why would I do that? And that damages my Fred Rock brand. My Fred Rock brand has zero to do with politics, okay? Nothing to do with it. And that may be the case with your band as well. So if I make a big stink about something political, personally, but people know me as a drum teacher and they know me as the drummer for Midline and they know me for things I've done, no matter where I am or what I'm doing, I'm always the drummer for Midline. Even though I'm not with the band or I'm not on stage or anything, like I am 100% all the time by association representing Midline. And what is Midline's brand? I got to protect Midline's brand. Midline's brand is a hard rock band from Boise, Idaho, who's done a lot of cool stuff, who's had a record deal, done tons of music videos, toured all over, done a lot of really cool stuff. Never once has the band revolved around politics, ever. It's all about just creating really great music. Great in our opinion. You got to protect your brand. See, so that I think that covers the political part of that. So political views mixed in with the band or individual members. You are always representing the band that you are in. Like I said a few moments ago, social media is your business card. You know, if you're a window salesman, that's the first thing that popped in my head. All I care about is the service that you're providing me as a window salesman. And but if I happen to see you out and about and you're wearing the window manufacturer's jacket and you are completely out of your mind at a bar, drunk and stumbling around, I might associate that with that window company. So please don't do that. Thomas, good morning to you. How do you promote your band without taking it too far? Do some bands over promote their bands, making them seem over the top a little bit? Yes, that happens all the time. So where's the balance in that? I'll cover that here in just a moment because it's coming up on here. So tagging people. There are these features where you can tag people or do @followers. Don't use those features. When a band is getting ready to play a show and they want people to go, create an event and invite people to the event. Don't just randomly tag all these people. So what I do, guess what? I go in and I click on that comment and I untag myself from that. And people who chronically do that, I've messaged them before and said, hey, if you don't mind, please don't tag me in your posts unless I am directly involved with it in some way. So if somebody comes here to record their music and they had a great experience and they're really happy about releasing their music and they're saying, hey, my band, such and such, is releasing this new song. Thank you to Fred Fisher and Mary Fisher and FM Studios for helping us put our music together. Then tag me. Yes, that's okay. Please do that. But don't just start tagging random people that have zero to do with it. It's being a pest, and you don't want to do that. And the other thing was people used to use the @followers thing. So then that would, I think, pretty much tag everybody that follows your page or your band page. So that's very spammy, and people hate spam. Think about your email and your junk folder. And stuff that doesn't even go to your junk folder, it goes to your main folder, and you're just like, man, I have 300 emails to go through, and 270 of them are spam. It's annoying. It's really annoying. And then you got to spend all this time dealing with it. It's true with social media as well. So don't tag people unnecessarily. It's bad business. And it's bad because when something really important does come along and you really want people to pay attention to it, and you have a history of spamming people, they're not going to pay attention to the stuff that's really important to you. They're going to go, oh, it's this person again, or it's this band again. Just delete, unfollow, block, snooze, all of those things. The producer is here. She says, yeah, please don't tag people in your promotional posts. It's a cheap way to get some people to see your posts. Just invite people and use sponsored ads. They're not expensive. I watched this band, this regional band, was making these posts all the time. And it was like the guitar player or something. Here I am in the airport. And that's all he said about it. He didn't say where he was going or what he was doing. And then, okay, well, it's the guitar player for the band. He's in the airport. I don't know what's going on other than what he just said. He could have said, I'm on my way to LA to track some guitars for my band, and I'm working with producer, tagged producer's name. No, it wasn't that. And then later on the day, he's like, made it to Seattle, heading into this year's conference on windshield repair and replacement. Like that, what? Has zero to do with the band. Post that on your personal page if you want, but don't post that on your band page. Don't do that. There's a lot of don'ts. Don't. Do you have pro photos of your band? This is going to kind of, I've talked about this before. And I started my whole show off by saying, we as musicians want to play shows. I told you my favorite place to be is on stage performing in front of people. I've done the chairs and tables tour where there's nobody there. I think all of us probably have at some point. Right now, the tools to promote ourselves are by and large free and easy to use. When I come across somebody that says, well, I really just don't know how to do it. Well, learn how. It's not hard. There's this platform called YouTube, and you can find endless tutorials on how to make posts on Instagram and TikTok and whatever, Facebook. And you can keep up with the current trends. It's super easy to do. You just have to say, I'm going to learn how to do that and learn how to do it. Like I said earlier, I'm always learning the new thing. There's always going to be a trend of something to try to follow. Having professional photos of your band. You're advertising to try to get people to come see you. Why should they come see you? Why? Why should people come see your band? Ask yourself that. Why? Are we really good at what we do? Like exceptional at what we do? You got to ask yourself that question. Watch video or recordings of your band, and do you actually sound good? Is that a band you would go see? It's important questions to ask. How does the band look? Do you look like a band? I'm really opinionated about wearing shorts and flip-flops or shoes that don't work. But if your whole thing is the band's going to wear, everybody in the band's wearing cargo shorts and flip-flops, and that's your look, all the power to you, okay? I'm not going to be in your band, by the way. But you want to have a look. Like if you are a person walking into the venue and you're looking around, can you spot the band members easily? Do you go, oh, that person's in the band? I want to use Michelle Eastland as a great example of this. If you ever see photos of Michelle, you go, that is the singer. You don't look at her and go, she's the waitress. You don't look at her and say, oh, she's an overdressed person just out on the night of the town. If you walk into a venue and Michelle is performing, even though she's not on stage, you would see her and immediately go, she's in the band. There's no question about that whatsoever. So do you have that same thing going for you where people walk in and go, that person's in the band? If you don't, you might want to think about what you're wearing. Okay? Yes. Yeah. So, and then your pictures of your band. You're promoting your band, right? You're promoting your band. If take Marilyn Manson, for example. When you saw a picture of Marilyn Manson, you looked at them and you went, this is completely outrageous. I want to go see outrageous. I want to see what this is about. Their photo of their band is going to convey that to you, right? So if I mentioned this, I don't know when it was, it's been a while, but I saw a local band who I think is completely defunct now, but they had taken a band photo in the backyard of somebody's house with overgrown grass, kids' toys everywhere, a shed, and they're all standing there. They don't even look, and there was dog poop in the foreground of the picture, right at the edge of the grass and the concrete. And that was their promo picture. They probably didn't even know it existed. Don't use photos like that to promote your band. If your band photo is being taken, can you clearly see the people in the band, or are you more concerned with the scenery of where you're taking the picture? Like, I'm not suggesting you do this, that's just an example, but if you were getting your picture taken on the steps of the Capitol, and you were taking the picture from a block and a half down the street because, oh, I want to get the whole Capitol building in the picture. No, you don't. You want to see the band. Take a picture of the band. Take a picture of the band. We don't care about 800 steps leading up to the front door of the Capitol. Okay? We don't. I saw another band photo come out recently. The band looked great. Really great. People were dressed really well, except for one person was wearing crappy shoes that looked like they were about to go mow the lawn in. And so for me personally, I saw that picture, my eyes immediately went to the crummy shoes. And it didn't matter how great everybody else in the band looked, but it immediately went to crummy shoes. Like you thought, well, maybe for the picture, they could at least put on some kind of dress shoes to match the rest of the band. Everybody, it was like a 5 or 6 piece band. Everybody looked great except for this one guy's shoes. I am a shoe critic, sorry. Oh, I'm getting worked up. And while I'm thinking about it, because my opinions matter so much, right? Is bands who take their picture and they're holding their guitar. They're holding their guitar and they got a pair of sticks and yeah, don't do that either. But, you know, that's just my opinion. They're my opinions. Promo videos. So I told you this person named Valerie in LA asked me about length of a promo video, what the proper length was. And then there was another guy in town, just like a day or two later after that, asked me the same thing. This guy sent me a promo video of their band and wanted me to check it out and give him feedback. The promo video was just over 7 minutes long. Now, because I know this person and he sent it to me and wanted to know my thoughts, I thought I probably should watch the whole thing, which I watched everything except for about the last 15 seconds of it. Had I not known this person, I probably wouldn't have watched it longer than about 3 or 5 seconds. And so for Valerie in LA and this person here locally, I said, your promo video, no longer than 45 seconds max. You can say everything you need to say about your band in 45 seconds or less. The shorter that you have it, the better. Just needs to go, this is what we look like, this is what we sound like, check us out. Boom, 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 and done. And typically those promo videos that are 30 to 45 seconds long, people are still not watching them longer than a few seconds. If you get them to watch the whole thing for 45 seconds, you're doing great. You're really doing something great to have somebody's attention for that long. 45 seconds. It doesn't sound like a long time, but in the social media realm, that's a long time, 45 seconds. So, say what you got to say in as little time as possible. No prospective talent buyer or booking agency or anything like that is going to watch your 7-minute video. Make sure your photos are great. Make sure your video is short and great. Make sure everything is great. We could all work on that. Thomas says, keep it no longer than a Monster Jam radio ad. Yeah. And you know what? You're absolutely right, Thomas. It's an ad. It's an ad for sure. James says there's a reason they have shorts or reels. Yes, exactly. And thank you for reminding me. So in addition to your posts that you're making about your event and what your band is up to, and posting frequently, is take advantage of making reels and shorts. stories, reels, shorts on YouTube, all of that kind of stuff. It's not as time consuming as you might imagine, and once you kind of get in the habit of doing it, it's pretty easy to do, and actually doesn't take a lot of time to make that happen. And what's the goal? You want to get people to your shows, you want people to download or stream your music, whatever that is. There are people out there who are doing the work and being really successful at it. And then there are people who want the success of that, but they don't do the work. And then they complain about not having any results. Well, they didn't do any of the work. 0 + 0 = 0. You do nothing, you get nothing. And that's the way that works. So do more of good stuff, and then you're going to see more results. And that's how that's going to work. Oh, I said be clear in your ads and your promo material. Easy to read and understand information. And that being the case, even as clear as you can be about when and where and how and ticket sales or whatever the situation is, you're still going to have a percentage of people that will say, where is this happening? When is this happening? Well, did you look at it? Did you read it? Make sure it's on the screen and that you don't have to go down here in the bottom and click on something to get the information. Just boom, boom, boom. Make it so easy to see. I was told a few years ago, and I really took this to heart, is make it easy for people to find you, make it easy for people to hire you, and make it easy for people to pay you. And I've kind of lived by that these last few years, and it works out pretty well. So be really, really clear in what you're doing. If you're unsure on how to promote, go look at what your favorite bands are doing and maybe emulate or take some of what they do and apply it to your situation. So that's a really great way. Like, I'm not on a local level mentality, okay? Now, I don't say that to be mean or cutting on local music, because I'm part of the local music scene too. But when you're just looking at in the circle of where you live, you might run out of ideas. So go whatever your favorite band is and what they're doing and how they're promoting their music and things like that. Take note of how they're doing that, because they're reaching a much, much larger audience. And isn't that what you would like to do? Ultimately, is reach a larger audience to come see your band. So check out what your favorite band is doing and take a hint from what they're doing, okay? All right, my friends, thanks for hanging out with me this morning. Even though I have a long list of stuff that I can talk about, I'm always interested in having that feedback frequently. So if you don't mind, if you have something you'd like to hear my opinions and thoughts about, drop them in the comments, or you can message me. I'm pretty easy to reach. So yeah, I enjoy the thoughts and the suggestions. All right, have an awesome day, and I will see you next Tuesday. All right, bye.